Twitter is quite difficult to explain to people because they do need, the penny needs to drop and they need to get it. But basically, it's a micro blogging site that allows you to transmit messages to people in 140 characters or less. It's real time, it's instant, and it works on two levels. You have people that follow you and want to follow what you're telling people and you're putting in your tweets, and then you have the other side of it, which is that you're followers, and where you follow people and what you're interested in what they're doing, track them, engage with them, have conversation with them, and that's how Twitter works. So there's two defined sides, and Twitter do keep that down the middle. Okay. You go to twitter.com, you choose a username, and I would recommend you use your name because that's what people search for these days. A password, use a password, and you literally just sign up. They'll tell you whether that username is available. And one thing I would say is, if it's not, don't go down the route of saying, for example, I've got twitter.com/Andy Hedworth, don't then go Andy47535 and put your date of birth on the back of it, just because there's a lot of spamming going around numbers and people do it. So come up with a variance in your name. Right. As a starting point. That takes you through a series of easy stages. And again, you have your bio, you have a photograph. So again, with the photograph, resist the urge to put a silly photograph up there and put a good, sensible headshot in there. The bio, you get 160 characters. They're quite specific in what they limit to what you do. And the tip with Twitter is not just to have one endless sentence, is to take some keywords that you know or you've done some research to find that job seekers are looking for in that marketplace. So put a few of those keywords in your bio, some interest to make you sound real, so that you are a normal person and to show that you have got a character and you have got something about you. Location again is key. Don't put an iPhone IP address in there. Put your proper location because people search it. And that's basically it. It's as simple as that. And then you have your profile. It's on Twitter, and off you're ready to go. So it's very much a quick, fast, two-way engagement channel. And one thing I meant to say was make sure also you put a URL on. So if you've got a blog, if you're on Facebook, if you're on LinkedIn, ideally, if you're looking for a job, they give you a chance to put one URL in there. Put your URL in from your LinkedIn profile, because then it shows people straight away. Because when people check to look for followers, the first thing they do is go to a bio, see what they say about you, check your URL, click on that and see what you're about. If they like the look of that, then they'll try and follow you and see what you're doing. Right. There are several tools that you can use as a job seeker. The first thing is you need to establish some credibility. So the first thing you actually do is to start tweeting. You have to try and create some interest about yourself. So I would recommend that is start watching what other people are doing and start looking at the way they do their tweets. And over a course of a couple of days, 2 or 3 days, start to do some of your own so that you have a track record of tweets, as we're talking about from day one, that people can see, oh, this guy or girl does tweet, this is what he said, this is what he's about. Keep it relevant to your industry sector with a bit of humour in there as well, and then it's quite clear what you're doing. And then you start to go out and start to identify people that you're looking, you want to have conversations with. Now it might be recruiters, it might be end clients, it might be a bit of both. So you start to use some tools there, and Twitter Jobsearch.com is the latest and probably one of the best ones out there straight away. It's a Google-like search engine but for Twitter. And you start to identify the people that are recruiting jobs in your sectors. So if you're in some niche areas, put those niche words in there as keywords and it will show up all the jobs that people have advertised. There'll be direct jobs, they'll come from recruiters. Find out who's doing a lot of them, and then just literally find out the individual consultants or the companies and just click follow, and you'll be following everything they're doing. So every time they post a job or they make a comment, the feed will come through your own Twitter follow feed and you'll get to see what they're doing. You won't miss anything. Take it a stage further. So once you've got a good few of these and you're following a number of people, you then need to organise them on a platform, and a good platform is something like TweetDeck or Seismic Desktop, which is an organisational tool for Twitter. It allows you to have multiple feeds coming in and be able to set groups up. So for example, if you're looking to identify certain groups of people, so you might have a sales group you want to focus on, you might have a marketing group, and you might have 3 or 4 others. TweetDeck allows you to create groups and follow groups specifically that you're following at that time. Now in the course of following all these people, if you're in their sector and if you sound interesting to them and if you have a good bio and if you have a good URL, then these people will also follow you back, because they will want to find out about you, because you might be a potential candidate for them in the future. So that's how you start to get your followers. People will do searches, they'll find you, and again, you need to tell people that you are looking for work. Not in every single tweet, but maybe once every half dozen tweets. Just remind people that you've had a few interviews here, you're going to see recruitment consultants there, and be blatant that you are looking for work. I'm looking for a new marketing director's job, or whatever it may be. I would say at the moment, because of the way everything's going and with the interest that Twitter has, I would say it's a must-have, verging on nice-have. Nice to have. I think it's a very, very good tool, and a lot of recruiters are very, very quick. It's growing at about 1 million a month at the moment in terms of users. So that's going to be companies on there. There are a lot of recruiters on there already, and a lot of people using it and experimenting. So at the moment, we're still in the interest phase. I guess the early stages of Facebook was no different. So I would say that tools like Twitter Job Search and directory searches like Twello and tools like that are fantastic, because it's allowing you to find anyone that's on Twitter and using it at the moment. So definitely worth an investigation.
Okay, and our usual wrap, and just 1 or 2 top tips.
Photograph, make sure the bio is key with Twitter. Good URL, back to LinkedIn. Don't just keep telling people and just putting tweets out about what you're doing. Engage with people, have conversations with them, learn how to talk to people, learn how to retweet what they say. Provide interesting information, provide things from your sector that show people you know what you're doing. Build your own thought brand on Twitter and develop credibility, and you'll be very surprised how quickly people will find you.